River Park Church, I am so excited to get to share with you about our upcoming sermon series. It's entitled, well, I'll let you see the graphic. Will we become untied, or can we be united? It's amazing the difference a few letters can make. I'm excited that God has given Pastor Harrison and I some time to sit down, to talk together, and to continue to think and pray along with other leaders in our church about who God is calling us to be and where God is calling us to go. And as I think about the many things going on in our world, our ongoing pandemic that makes it difficult for us to gather together and uncomfortable for many of us, or anxious for many of us to gather together, but also things going on in our classis and our denomination outside of River Park Church. There are many threats to unity, internal and external. It's easy for things to perhaps become untied. But I believe that God is calling us to be united. And so, as I said, I'm so excited to get to share with you, beginning this Sunday, January 23, about God's plan for unity. After the introduction this Sunday, we're going to have 5 very specific topics relating to unity. First, we're going to look at encountering the image of God, both in ourselves and in one another. Then we're going to look at love and what it looks like for each of us and all of us to start small, working for unity. Pastor Harrison will be leading us in that second sermon. Then we're going to look at partnership without compromise. Often we mistakenly think that when God calls us to unity, that we have to give up a bunch of things. But that's not the case. Fourth, we're going to look at devotion and repentance, what our personal piety looks like in the midst of God's call for unity. Finally, we're looking at encouragement and edification. Big words, especially edification, that we don't often use. But in their simplest, encouragement is seeing the good and saying the good to someone else. Edification, seeing the good and saying the good to someone else in the presence of others. That last Sunday, when we get to look at encouragement and edification, we are going to be encouraged because we will be also celebrating Friendship Ministries Sunday. That's February 27, and that will serve to wrap up our sermon series on unity. As I said, there is, of course, many opportunities for us to become untied, both internal and external threats. Yet God is calling us to unity. And it's exciting for me as we begin this new year together to explore with you what unity looks like and what God's call for River Park Church, for us to be united, what that looks like in 2022 and beyond. I hope you will join me and join us as a congregation for our worship services in these next 6 weeks on this topic of unity. And I want to remind you that sermon manuscripts are available before Sunday's service, so you can spend some time either before or after the service reading through the manuscripts. But also, I want to celebrate that we are going to make sermon audio available after the service. And so if you miss a service and you want to hear the sermon, you'll be able to do that. We're still figuring out all the details, but it's going to be coming online very quickly. Lots to celebrate and lots to look forward to as God continues to lead us, His church, to the unity that He desires for us in 2022 and beyond. God bless you, and I look forward to worshiping together this Sunday and in this weeks to come.